This is your learning paper for English home language. You guys are writing on the 5th of June. I made you all mind maps, so I'm going to place my mind maps in the space where your learning paper is, so you can just follow through with me with your learning paper. So if you look at the first thing, a comprehension. Remember, a comprehension, when you're doing a comprehension, the spelling counts. That is very important, because remember, you're getting all of your answers from your story. So if you copy incorrectly, that's on you. So remember, the spelling counts. Okay? Go through your questions first, so that when you're reading the story, you know what answers to look out for. Then the last bubble here, don't leave any questions open. Fill in every question, don't leave an open space, so that you can assure that you can get a mark, or at least try to get a mark. Then your next topic that we're doing is punctuation. We're going to look at a few different punctuations. So the first one we are looking at is your comma. Remember, a comma looks like that. We use a comma when we list things. So for example, you want to list your grocery list. You're going to say, I'm going to buy bananas, comma, apples, and veggies. So when you list things, then you also use it when you want to pause in a sentence. So that usually is when you catch your breath in a sentence, you place a comma. Then an exclamation mark, so it looks like that. You will see it shows strong feelings like anger or excitement. That is usually when you shout something at a person. Either excitement or anger, or sometimes anxiety also makes you shout things. Then the next one is your question mark. Remember, your question mark looks like that. That is when we are asking someone a question. For example, if I tell you, please bring me your book, you use a question mark because you're asking a person a question. Then the last one we're looking at is your capital letters. So anything you know should be capitalized. So that is the beginning of the sentence, the name of a place or a person, or a company, or the month of the year, the days of the week. All of that should be capitalized. So punctuations, the following four we look at, it's a comma, exclamation mark, question mark, and capital letters. The next topic we are looking at is your conjunctions. So conjunctions, let me zoom in for your definition. So conjunctions is a word that we use to help combine either two words, two phrases, or two sentences. The most used conjunctions is, for example, and, but, because. A sentence example is, I like apples and bananas. Or, I passed English because I studied hard. So because joined those two sentences so that it is one sentence. So remember, conjunctions we use to combine. It's like a puzzle to make it fit into each other. So that the two sentences can become one sentence. Then your next topic that we did was pronouns. Okay, we get two different pronouns. So we're first going to look at your personal pronoun. So that replaces the name of people or thing. So, example, me, she, I, you. So instead of saying somebody's name or different names, you're going to say, she is pretty, because you don't want to name a person's name, for example. Another example, she gave the book to me. So you'll say she is a personal pronoun, and then well as me is a personal pronoun. The next one we're going to look at is your possessive pronoun. It shows the ownership of something. So that is my drum set. So mine, you will see examples. Mine, yours, his, theirs. This is our class. So our will be the possessive pronoun. Another example I did here for you. The house is yours. So yours shows possession. So that is your possessive pronoun. So remember, pronoun, you get the two types, personal pronoun and possessive pronoun. So make sure you know the difference between the two. Then you get your degrees of comparison. So remember, degrees of comparison is adjectives written in 3 different forms. So you get your first degree that describes one noun, high. Your second degree that compares 2 nouns with each other, higher. And your third degree compares more than 2 nouns, so highest. So if you place those 3 together, it's high, higher, highest. Another example is big, bigger, biggest. Small, smaller, smallest. Beautiful, more beautiful, and most beautiful. Then you need to remember a noun is the names of a person, place, or a thing. Then we get your different types of tenses. So the first one we are looking at is your past tense. Remember, past tense is something that already happened. It took place in the past. Present tense, that action is happening now. So at the moment, something is happening. Future tense is actions that will take place. So it will still take place. Remember, most of the time for your past tense, your verb gets an ed at the back. Not with all of them, but with most of them. And then for your future tense, will always be will with your present verb. For example, walk is present. Past is walked. I walked to school. Future, I will walk to school. Remember, very important, a verb is a doing word, so something you do. And then if you want to know what the type of sentences is, what's the tense, you always look at the verb. The verb will tell you, is it past tense, present tense, and future tense. Then the last one we did that you're going to write about is the poetry. So you don't have to know any terms there. Just please make sure you go through your poems that we did in class. That is activity 7 of term 1's work. Then at the end of your learning paper, you will see I made you a test. So, English practice test. Please make sure you go through this test before you write, because you practice your comprehension skills and your language skills, and then you will know how to use all of your different rules and your topics, so that you can also then see what you struggle with and what not. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here to help you and make sure that you understand everything. Good luck, and I see you on test day.